Why do we still make pennies? I'm Jon Deer for Blob Law, and today we talk about pennies, the cost of producing them, and whether it's worth it. It's a story with some unexpected twists and a surprising outcome. It all starts with these shiny copper pennies. Or are they? The United States manufactured over 7 billion pennies last year. However, today, unlike olden times, pennies contain very little copper. Instead, beginning all the way back in 1866, the United States government began introducing other metals into the mix, including nickel, bronze, brass, and even steel. Except for the 1943 steel penny, for about the next 100 years, the coins were still mostly copper. However, beginning in 1983, pennies have been made mostly out of zinc, a much cheaper metal which is then copper-plated to maintain the copper look. Today in the United States, pennies are approximately 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. And all of that copper is sold to the United States government by this company. Jarden Zinc Products makes what are known as planchets or coin blanks. These blanks are shipped to the United States Mint, where they are stamped or minted, as it is known, into pennies. As with the manufacture of all products, there is a cost to manufacturing the penny. That cost has fluctuated over time, and those fluctuations are largely responsible for the change in the makeup of the coin. In 2011, the cost of manufacturing a penny was roughly 2.11 cents per coin, or double the face value. At its most expensive, a penny was worth more as a material than as a coin, leading the government to concerns that speculators would buy up pennies and melt them down for profit. Because of this concern, the United States Treasury passed regulations making it a felony to melt down coins, subject to 5 years in prison. However, that moment was short-lived, and today, the materials in a penny are worth just a little over half a cent. The rest of the cost comes from manufacturing. Today, the cost of manufacturing a penny is approximately 1.83 cents per coin, or more than 1 3/4 of its face value. According to economist Greg Mancow, it takes the average American 2 seconds to earn a penny. Yet it takes longer than that just to deal with pennies, digging them out of your pocket or purse and handing them to a vendor. Based on these calculations, Mancow suggests that Americans are actually losing $1 billion a year in productivity just dealing with pennies. The United States has never before had a coin in circulation with such small buying power. A penny in 1972 had the buying power a nickel has today. 100 years earlier, the penny had roughly the buying power of today's quarter. Vending machines no longer take pennies, and people rarely bother to hand them to a store clerk. Most stores maintain a take a penny, leave a penny bowl near the register, just to help customers avoid having to deal with them. So why does the United States continue to make the penny? There are several arguments for continuing it. First is the fear of a rounding tax if the penny is eliminated. Some studies have suggested that if pennies are eliminated, prices will go up. That 99-cent product will now be $1. Other studies suggest that overall costs would be slightly less if the penny were eliminated, because the price increases would be offset by some price decreases. No one knows the real impact on cost for sure. Second, if pennies are eliminated, more nickels will be needed to compensate for the loss. Like pennies, nickels also cost more than their face value to manufacture. The cost to manufacture a nickel is reportedly about 11 cents, which is more than twice its face value. Third is the zinc lobby. Jarden Zinc Products and other zinc sellers hire lobbyists who lobby Congress regularly to avoid elimination of the penny. Their efforts include commissioned public opinion polls and studies arguing that the cost of eliminating the penny will itself be great. Canadians have long faced the same dilemma with regard to their penny and eventually decided to eliminate it. The last Canadian penny was produced on May 4th, 2012. Other ideas for handling our penny include changing its value to 5 cents or changing the materials yet once again to make it still cheaper to produce. At least 2 bills have been introduced to Congress since 2000 to eliminate the penny, but neither one passed. Reportedly, there are efforts to reintroduce those bills this year. So why do we still make pennies? For the moment, the answer seems to be fear. We don't know what will happen without them. If you like this episode, please share it. That's what keeps us alive. You can also check out our Facebook page and mostly subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jon Deer for Blob Law. We'll see you next time. As always, thanks for watching.